Hey guys, this is Karan Binani from Mobi Scrub, and this is the review of the Note 3 Neo, which is just a Note 3 but with lower specifications. So it comes with Android 4.3, which is not KitKat, it's just Jelly Bean, and it's got a 1.7 GHz Quad core processor running along with a 1.7 GHz Dual core processor, 2 GB of RAM, 5.5-inch 720p display, and an 8 megapixel camera as opposed to the 13 megapixel found in the Note 3. Note 3 Neo is 0.3 millimeters thicker than the Note 3. At the bottom, you've got the S Pen holder right there, the speaker grill, and a USB 2.0 data syncing and charging port. At the back, both of them have got that leather texture notebookish feel. However, the Note 3 feels softer and more premium as compared to the Note 3 Neo. The Neo is more like the Grand 2 back panel. So it's more plasticky, it's slightly harder, so it doesn't feel as premium as Note 3. And the Note 3 has a 13 megapixel camera right there as compared to the Note 3 Neo, which has an 8 megapixel sensor. The display of the Note 3 is a 5.5-inch Super AMOLED display, resolution of 720 by 1280 pixels. But it's Super AMOLED display, so it's bright, it's colorful, and it's got really wide viewing angles and a great outdoor visibility, just as in the Note 3. At the top, the Note 3 Neo has an IR blaster, so you can use it with the Watch On app to change channels and control your television. At the bottom, you have a USB 2.0 data syncing and charging port, and you've got the S Pen keeper as well. The Note 3 Neo is 0.3 millimeters thicker than the Galaxy Note 3. But the Note 3 Neo is indeed lighter. It's around 5 grams lighter than the Note 3. So the Note 3 Neo's rear panel has the same texture, the stitch effect around the border, the edges, that is, just like the Note 3. But it feels a lot more plastic as compared to the Note 3. It's harder and it's more plasticky, more like the Grand 2 than the Note 3. It's got a 3100 milliampere hour battery, which is actually pretty much the same as a 3200 milliampere hour battery in the Note 3. You've got a micro SD card slot and a micro SIM card slot. So the Note 3 Neo is running Android 4.3 Jelly Bean out of the box. It does not come loaded with Android KitKat like in the Galaxy Note 3. But nonetheless, it would soon receive its KitKat update and it would soon be running the latest version of Android. As of now, you've got the standard shortcuts and lock screen widgets as you would see in KitKat or in Jelly Bean. The response to touch is undoubtedly very, very good. Just like the Note 3, again, there is just no lag. It's very responsive and feels really flawless. So it's got multiple preloaded applications, widgets that you can just quickly drag and drop onto the home screen, and you can add up to 7 home screens. Standard TouchWiz stuff, nothing new there. So there you go, Android 4.3 Jelly Bean. So in terms of preloaded applications, you can see it's got its own email app, it's got S Planner, S Note, Scrapbook, a lot of Samsung Galaxy stuff is also preloaded. So let me show you. You've got Watch On, S Translator, S Health, Story Album, Action Memo, S Voice, and Group Play. All of this comes loaded. When you have a Galaxy phone, you get Evernote Premium for free. You get Dropbox with 50 gigabytes of free storage. Flipboard comes preloaded, and Sketchbook is an additional download. But if you're into drawing and stuff like that, it's amazing. And Scrapbook, S Note, again, classic note-taking application. S Note, I simply love it and use it all the time. So guys, if I place the Note 3 alongside the Note 3 Neo, there's practically no difference. Both the devices do pretty much everything that any of them can do. It's just that the Note 3 is slightly more expensive because it's got better hardware than the Note 3 Neo. The Neo comes with an 8 megapixel primary camera and a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, both capable of full HD video recording at 30 frames per second. Now, it's got tap to focus, as you can see, and comes with a bunch of filter effects or color filters, whatever you want to call it. The Note 3 comes with more of these, and there's an option to download more filters. That's missing in the Note 3 Neo. Anyway, the shutter speeds are, again, great. So you can pretty much tap the shutter key and it takes an image instantly. No lag whatsoever. And you can cycle through a bunch of shooting modes such as eraser, drama shot, sound and shot, beauty face, HDR, and so on. So now the phone is capable of full HD video recording at 30 frames per second. When you start shooting, you can also take still shots while the video recording is switched on. And again, that's nothing new, but I think it's a very, very important feature. You can pause your video while shooting and you can resume recording again. There is dynamic tap to focus, so you can shift focus while recording videos. The Neo belongs to the Note family, and hence it comes with the S Pen. Every time you pull out the S Pen, the Air Command menu flies out. Again, it's a feature that you can disable. And you've got a bunch of features, all that you've already seen in the Note 3. So Action Memo, for example, you can write down a number, a name, an email address, or even a place on the map. Tap on link to action, and then, depending on what you choose, the phone kind of recognizes stuff accordingly, shows you some results. Now, you also have screen write, so you can, take a screen grab of whatever is visible on the screen, and then you can write a quick note on that screenshot and then send it across whatever, WhatsApp, email, Instagram it, or, whatever you want to do with it. And pen window is just an extension of, multitasking. So you can draw a window and then call apps like Hangout, Contacts, Phone, or even Calculator on top of any screen that you're on. So all standard Note 3 features pertaining to the S Pen are present in the Note 3 Neo. And it also comes with the latest S Note application, which is, I think, it's fabulous. I mean, I use it all the time. You've got a bunch of pen settings, presets that you can store onto your phone, change colors, change the tip of the size of the tip with which you write, and things like that. Now, let me briefly take you through additional features that are there in the Note 3 Neo, and again in the Note 3 as well. So you've got Air View, Air Command, Motions, Palm Motion, and Smart Screen. Now in Air View, again, you can just hover the S Pen or your finger on images, emails, SMS, and it just pops up the information. Air Command is the menu that comes out when you tap the button on the S Pen as it is hovered on top of the screen. Motions, stuff like direct call, smart alert, zoom, browsing an image through the pen, stuff like that, turn over to mute and pause, all these smart actions that are proximity sensor based and motion based. And then you've got Smart Screen. So you've got Smart Stay, Smart Pause, and Smart Scroll, all of them in the Galaxy Note 3 Neo. I usually keep them off because I don't use them too often, but it's good to have them and fun to show to other people as well. For all practical purposes, the Neo is not very different from the Note 3. So if you can shell out the extra few bucks, you should definitely go for it. However, if you want something just like the Note 3, don't hesitate to go for the Neo right away. Check out the video where I compare the Note 3 with the Neo directly. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe.